So we are doing a session on Tableau 20th of March, and we were just discussing about how Tableau is useful in practical business applications. So we're waiting for the students to join, but in the meanwhile Mr. Gautam Bhan, who is a senior business professional, and we are lucky to have him in our course. So we were just discussing how Tableau, we are almost 20-30% across the course. So we were discussing from participants if Tableau is useful and how it is useful. As a matter of fact, data visualization. So we're just taking some practical inputs. So Gautam ji, can you just for the benefit of youngsters here, can you just tell them how it is useful, why data visualization is required, and what do you think? I mean, I can always from my perspective give 100 reasons why it is useful, but you as a professional who would practically be using it day in and day out, can you tell the students how visualization would be helpful when they do data analysis?
Yes, sir, definitely. First of all, I have been senior management and sales and marketing of pharmaceuticals. Now, I would definitely, sir, suggest Tableau and Python, because still I would say many people are ignorant about this software. And once we are compiling data for maybe 1,000 people, we have everything, for example, on Excel. But to bring out real insights for better business discussions, better business ROI, you need to spend, maybe depend upon your people and take those insights from them, which may be biased. And definitely it will take 2-3 days to come up with those analytics. But here I have seen that it is actually a visual data analytics, and it takes hardly, when you are having 1,000 people or 1,500 people, where you have to take analytical decisions, it hardly takes maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, and you get everything data, right from sales, right from profitability, right from discounts, where you are actually giving high discounts. And once you have that, definitely for all professionals, you can take very good analytical decisions. You have everything visualized, and there is no bias in this, because this Tableau that I am learning at present does not have any bias. It all depends, it is all actual data that is being given. And in fact, sir, I was thinking of, in fact, all the people, especially in sales, marketing and senior management positions, definitely they should go for this. And as I said in the beginning, we are all very much unaware about the implications of such analytical data, visualization of such data. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gautam ji. Thanks. So, I mean, straight from the horse's mouth, and most of the students here are also, I know, from in a way linked to medical field. Maybe not directly, they are not MBBS students, but they are from medical field. So I myself have worked with public health for quite some time in epidemiological profiling domain, and I, coming from a tech and a corporate background at that time, I was like, I was kind of surprised that the level of understanding was very low in this field. So I personally feel that it needs to have more inroads in like corporate circles, especially in medical profession, because if right what you say approach is used in your data analysis in medical field, you can do wonders without actually going for any tougher paths or very typical paths. So one good example would be like one of my very senior medical mentors, mentor from medical field, he used to say that don't go for what you say curative care. You should always be going for a preventive care, right? So if you do things right at the very beginning, you don't need more complex things to be done. So for example, if your data analysis tells you something, gives you some insight about, let's say, your epidemiology, so you can take some measures beforehand. So for example, in a given example of John Nash, sorry, not John Nash, John Snow, about the cholera visualization that he did. Then COVID is a very good example. Like a lot of data analysis has gone into researching and figuring out things that can prevent. Otherwise, imagine how would you go on kind of picking each and every individual across on the surface of this globe. So only data is something which helps you figure out some insights which are very helpful in decision making, policy making and stuff. So yeah, great. So that was some pep talk in the morning on a Sunday morning, and I will pick up from where we left. I am still waiting for others to join, but I don't see anybody. Yeah, so I'll just start it and the recording will take care of the other guys. So I'm just one last time trying to check if because I have just updated the link that was not working. I was wondering if so is anybody logged in? Can you check if the link is working now?
Yes, the link is working.
Link in the sense the link in the page. Previously it was not working. Is it working now? I just made some. I just refreshed at the back end.
Sir, I joined with that link only. You shared in the WhatsApp.
No, not the WhatsApp. The okay, I'm there. Don't worry. I'll just check it out for myself. Give me a second. I didn't because some people might not see the WhatsApp and.
Yes, the link is working.
Is it working now?
Yes, it's working.
Okay, I wonder if it's working because for me it's not working. 20th March. Anyways. Okay, so great. So let's begin, and I hope people will see the WhatsApp message if they don't. Let me just for once do one last thing. March. One second, guys. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Hi Rahul. So how did you join, Rahul? Did you see the link in the WhatsApp or in the website?
Through the website, sir.
Oh, so it's working for you. Somehow
Yes,
it's not
sir.
working for some. I don't know why. Anyways,
Not through the join button, sir.
okay. But now the join. Okay, I just checked and it should work now. So both the things are working now. Great. So yeah. Khana ka bun raha hai? Okay. So
Sorry, sir.
no, it's fine. So you are living in a hostel or something?
I'm at my home, sir.
Home. Okay. Home cooked food. That's good. Okay, guys. So here we go. I know some students didn't join yesterday. Some were busy, and I have not uploaded yesterday's video. I'll upload it today. I need to do some formatting because I was going through the video and it had a lot of stuff that would not be required. Okay. So yeah. So we were doing filters yesterday. We did filters yesterday, and we briefly discussed dashboard because I wanted to show you how filters work in a dashboard. So I'll just do a recap, quick 5 minutes recap, so that everybody's on the same plane. Otherwise, the session goes nowhere. So we were discussing filters. I'll very quickly. Please don't do anything. Just watch what I'm doing so that you understand. Especially for people who missed yesterday's class and people who have some issues understanding few concepts. So okay. So let's put 5 to 10 minutes on a recap. So first of all, I'll just create a chart. I'll take states on one axis and sales on another axis to at least have something on in here. I'll just sort it, and I want to flip the axis because I want to keep numbers on the y-axis and the states on the x-axis. Now this is our what you say, a basic chart, and now in this chart I want to just ignore this for the time being. Now in this chart I want to use a filter. Okay, now I have regions over here, and if I see my data, I know this data is for retail chain, wherein we have different cities which come under different states and which come under different regions, right? So we have states over here, then city I just showed you, and then there are regions also, and then this is how this data is populated. Now if I pick up region in the filters, so what I do is I take any of the field from here or here, and I can drag it from here to here. Okay, so how you drag it, you know it, you just need to left click and drag it and then release here in filters. Okay, now the moment you do it, you will get a screen like this. So this is, I'm getting each field in that column. So because I'm putting a region column as filter here, so there are these unique fields that are being shown as checkable, right? I can each individual field in that column. Whereas if I drag something from here, so I had dragged a discrete field and I get individual items to which as a filtering option. But if I take a continuous field, let's say profit, and if I drag it to filter, so you see I don't get those check option, I get an aggregation option. So the reason being, continuous field will always be aggregated in filters also, whereas discrete field will be as checkable options. Okay, so let's for the time being take only discrete fields. If I drag regions here, I get this field, and I can, for the time being, I select all, because if I don't select anything, I'll get a blank screen over here, and then apply, and my filter is now available here. Now I can use this drop down menu and show filter, and I get the filter option here. Now there are multiple options here, what kind of filter you want a radio buttons, drop down menu, all those things we discussed, why we need each of this. So this is a single value checkbox, sorry, radio button, so I can select any one and data get filters accordingly. I can have a drop down list, single value drop down also, wherein I select a single value and it gets drop down, I got a drop down and I can select from there. The reason why we use this and why we use the other one could be varied. One of the basic reason could be we use drop down when we have less space here, and we use something like this radio button to list all the fields. When we have less fields, if you have 100 fields, we cannot list it down here, right? And also if you want to show the user what all options are there, because in your what you say, in your drop down list, you don't get to see the list. You get to see the list only once you drop it on like this. So if you want it to be visible from by default, then you use this option. So this was filters, and there are also other options, like you can apply filters not only to this sheet but to other sheets also. Right now this filter works only in this sheet. If you link it to other sheets, you can use apply to other sheets. You can format the filter, like you can change the font color and everything, the look and feel basically, and this option over here, format filter, and becomes available once you click on this format filters and set control. You can customize, like you can get rid of this all button over here, and there are few other customization you can do. So you can customize title, this is the title, the region that is written over here, you can show or hide the title, and then these are all that kind of filter available like I just showed. And you can also have few other things. So just once the video is uploaded, you can have a look at that. Okay, now we also discussed that once you have different sheets, so you can create a dashboard. We briefly discussed dashboard, and for dashboard we told that first make it automatic on the size and then make it fixed. This is not a usual practice, but this is something that will help you. Just do it. Don't reason as of now why it is being done. I'll tell you why this is being done, but for the time being, always first make it automatic and then make it fixed. Okay, now I already have 3 pre-cooked sheets, so I can just drag these sheets in the dashboard, right? Mind you, the dashboard, new dashboard button, sorry, a new dashboard can be added to your workbook by clicking on this icon over here. So there are 3 icons always available here. Click on the middle one or hover over it, you will say new dashboard. So click over this. If you click on the left one, it adds a new sheet, the other one adds a dashboard. So I had added a dashboard, change the size from automatic to and then fixed, and then I can drag my sheets. So I'm dragging the sheets. You can drag it anywhere, like here or here, and you will see like it comes like a tile, right? So that's what it is over here, tiled. If I had clicked floating like this and then drag a field, then it floats over it like this. So it is floating over the other, right? Whereas if I click on tiled and then drag the field, then it comes like a tile. As the name suggests, comes like a tile. Okay. So these are this is what do you say, a dashboard. Okay. Satyam, can you please have a keep an eye if somebody is asking to join? Okay, let me know. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now yeah, so we were discussing that when we create a dashboard, we can add filters. So there are some filters already here, but let's say I'm not going to use these. I'm just getting rid of them. So you can just get rid of filters, right? I can even get rid of this. I don't want this. This color I need, so I can. But see, if I use this here, my entire space goes for toss over here, because this space is wasted, and space is of essence, be it real estate or be it a dashboard, right? So this is the most valuable asset that you have on your screen. So use your space very optimally. So what I can do is I click on this legend. Yes.
Sorry for interrupting, sir. Sir, I'm not understanding this Tableau, sir. Like,
Who is this?
Dr. Parul this side, sir.
Parul, did you join the other classes?
Yes, sir. I joined first classes. I missed yesterday class only, and
Don't worry.
like I'm not able to find out like how to do that, and
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just hear me out. And once we do practical exercise together, then it would be very easy for you. Don't worry. It happens. Don't worry. Just hear me out, so that you know maybe right now in bits and pieces where things are, and then because the basic chunk of this module will have a lot of practical things wherein I'll ask a lot of you participants to kind of do things in front of me where you will kind of get rid of your doubts. Don't worry, it happens. Okay. Okay. Now this legend over here, if I use this drop down menu here, right, and then I can make it floating. So what happens is now this space, it is not occupying the fixed space, but I can drag it anywhere, and I can bring this legend anywhere in this, right? For the time being, I'm putting it here, and highlight category, I don't need it, I'm dragging it. So now I have a lot of space here. So that's what I meant by use your space optimally. Okay. Now let's say, even if like Parul is saying she's not able to understand, let's say you somehow manage to create these 3 charts. Now I can click on any of the chart. When I click it, I have this drop down menu. I click this drop down menu, and then from here I can use filters, and these are the option of filters. So I use category, and now this category option comes here. Okay, and then I can use this drop down and apply to worksheet and say all. Okay, and I change this filter type to radio buttons like this. So what happens is now this becomes applicable to all the sheets. So when I click on any one sheet, it is applicable to all the other sheets, right? So this is another application of filters in dashboard. So this is what I meant by using filters in dashboard. So this was a quick summary of what we did yesterday, and don't worry if you're not following it right now. Once you do it together with me, we will do a lot of wonderful stuff. Okay. Now, so today what we are going to do is we will create something around this, and each one of you will do it along with me. Okay. So let's begin. So has everybody got their Tableau desktop open on the screens? Can you just give me a confirmation? I just need a confirmation. Everyone. We only have 6 participants today. Yeah. So can you just put it on chat that you have it open? Both your okay. Gautamji is open. Do you have your Tableau Public and your data imported into it? So even if you have not created anything, I need your data to be imported. If you have not imported the data, then we'll first do it, import it first. Okay. Satyam, Rahul, okay. Parul, have you opened it? Have you imported the data?
Sir, data, no sir. Like I just opened that public profile and I log in into that.
Okay.
And I opened a new file, sir. In that, I'm trying to look for the types of table that you were doing.
Don't worry,
sir.
don't worry.
That's
We'll.
not there.
But let's do one thing. Since you are not able to understand it, let's start from you. Share your screen, and I'll work with you on your screen, and rest of the participants
Sure,
can.
sir,
That
sure,
would be
sir.
like good learning.
Can I do? Can I share it now?
Okay. Yes, yes. Surbi, are you have you opened your Vikram? Colonel Vikram, just come to you. Just a second. Surbi, are you able to open your Tableau Public?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And
So my screen is visible, sir.
yes, it's popping up. But can you just hang on, Colonel Vikram? Would you like to share your screen? Let's see what's happening, or is it something else?
Manu, actually, I think my Mac is of an older generation.
Ah, okay,
So what is happening is when I go for an upgrade, it is not supporting it. So
okay,
I spoke to this guy also who gives me some technical assistance and solution.
okay,
So probably I need to shift into a new laptop. Probably this week I'll do that.
okay, okay,
So that is what is the issue. Because the entire iOS has to be upgraded.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that is the issue.
Okay, let me. I'll take 5 more minutes. Parul,
Can I share it?
no, just hang on, hang on. Let me, for so everybody's benefit, tell you something interesting. You can stop sharing. One second. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Sir, in your Tableau profile is created and like so many options are visible for you. So, sir, like, can you show me with a new account and how?
I'll do everything. Don't worry. I'm just bear with me. I'm just helping Vikram with. I'm not only calling Vikram, but rest of you also. There is an option which I don't prefer to use, but in case you're really stuck, you can use this. This will help you to work on Tableau even if you don't have it on your machine. So just give me a second.
That'll be great. Manu.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it works, but it should work actually. You will not be able to get a full-blown Tableau thing, but still it works. Okay.
Yeah, even that trial version or something we can.
Okay. So yeah. So this is.
Problem is, my son is not sharing his laptop. Well, he's saying that he's got his own project.
Ah.
This is a problem today in today's world.
So this is one calculation I've done in the past, and what you can do is if you have your Tableau Public profile up and running, right? So you can create a profile, and over here you see there's an edit option. If you click on this edit option,
Okay.
so and then you have the Tableau desktop online version available to you, so you can still do some things over here, right? So this is not a full-blown version, so this is a Tableau online version. So over here I can do few things, like for example I can add a new sheet here, right? And then I can do all the things, like for example again I can, like I was saying, drag the state here, and then it will be slightly slower as compared to the other ones, and the look and feel might be slightly different, but like I have dragged state here, and then I need sales. So sorry, this is a different chart. This is a different this is a pollution based chart.
Pertaining to it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So obviously I'll get some different numbers, but still you can do all the stuff that you usually do. You see this one. So what I suggest, Colonel Prasanna, is you created your Tableau Public profile?
Yeah, I have done that.
Okay.
That I have done.
So I'll share one link with you. You can download this file and publish. Oh, but then publishing would also be an issue, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I can help you after this class. You can do a one-to-one with me. I'll
Yeah.
set up that account, and then you can practice on your own. So this way at least you will have some learning. This would be like 80% almost there.
Absolutely. Some experience of doing it gives you a lot of confidence.
Right. So okay, great. So let's go back. And Parul, yes, now you can start sharing your screen. Okay, and also like you're saying a lot of options are available on my thing and all. see, things will come gradually. Okay, so let's not rush into getting it at the top. You have to climb slowly from the bottom to the top. So it will be there. Nevertheless, you have to work your way out. Okay, Parul, please share your screen. And
Sir, just a minute.
yeah,
Sir, two things that I wanted to say here.
Right.
Number one, I have Tableau Public downloaded.
right.
Okay, and
Right.
once you are going practicing at your own,
Mm-hmm.
so if you want to save anything in Tableau Public,
Mm-hmm.
it automatically gets published
Right.
right now.
Right.
So I tried to look at the other. I thought there is something like Tableau Desktop, which is there on my desktop as well. But then if you want to save something, it gets automatically published in Tableau Public.
The reason is two things. Number one, so if you have seen my initial post where I have told how to use different versions, Tableau Public, as the name suggests, publishes everywhere, everything on a public domain. If you want to publish locally, if you want to use and download on your local machine, you need to use Tableau Desktop. But I intentionally avoided that because though some of us here have a licensed version, some don't have it, and if you use a trial version, it goes off in 14 days. So after 14 days that version expires, and I want everyone to have that version for the last session. So I have not asked you to download it. So if you download it now, you can download it today now, because we have now 14 days left. So that will be helpful in creating your project work. So otherwise, had you done it before, after half the module of the session, midway it would have expired and you would not be able to complete the project. So that was the reason. And yes, you're right, it publishes on public, and if you want to publish locally or save locally, you need to use Tableau Desktop and use the save to desktop option, save to like your local machine option.
Okay, sir. Then
So-
the second was one of my batchmates here said about this that not able to go through it, not able to understand fully.
Hmm.
I fully agree with her, and it is true in my case as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to make a suggestion here
Mm-hmm.
that I have seen that it really helps, because in the class when I'm also listening and trying to understand, I'm not able to grasp many of the things,
Mm-hmm.
which is understandable. Once you go through the video that is uploaded by you, once we go through that slowly
Mhm.
at our own pace, and then try to practically do the things, that becomes very, very helpful.
Right.
So that's one suggestion I would like to give.
Definitely, definitely. And once we what do you say, once we do this exercise together that I'm doing today, it will become easier. So yeah, point taken. And I know these things happen.
And also, Manu, another tendency, you know what, some of us are in a hurry to learn.
Yeah.
What we do is, rather than listening, we try to do that, what we have tried, got it or grasped.
Right.
In the meantime, you are 3 or 4 steps ahead. Then you're wondering as to where.
Right. Right.
It happened to me in the last session, the Excel. Then I realized it is better to listen to you the entire thing and then find time and do it. But unfortunately, human tendency and mind plays like that.
Don't worry.
Try to one step
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
but unfortunately land up, lagging behind.
So you can think of it as a, I mean, I wonder how many of you have had mathematics in your 12th. So when our teacher used to teach us calculus and integration and all, so we were like, we're doing rocket science. I didn't get anything in my head in the beginning, but as we kind of revised it, then it's gradually seeped in.
Always, I like what Mr. Bhan also said and what you're also saying. It's always better to concentrate on what you're saying, and then probably at the end of the day, when you're giving a time to practice it, or you get some time to do it, then do it on your own, so that time you're able to get most of the things working.
Yeah.
Otherwise, doing it simultaneously sometimes it doesn't work, because you are a novice, and then keeping pace becomes little.
Yeah. So basically, this session that I do with other universities, it generally spans around 3 months, and given various constraints, we had to kind of do it in a very short span of time. But nevertheless, don't worry. These things will wane off very quickly. So, I mean, you will realize it today itself. So, let's start with what Parul was showing. Parul, can you share your screen? Yeah, you will be sharing your screen. Okay. Now, everybody. So today we will do it step by step.
Is it visible, sir?
It was, yes. You can click on. Yeah.
Let me show.
Yeah. And do it really slow, right? Because this.
Yes, sir.
Don't panic or anything. Do it really slow. Okay. And don't click too many things. Okay. So let's first import your sheet, right? And now for some they have already done it. Those who have not done it, you can take cue from what she is doing. Now, can you do you already have it published on your Tableau Public domain? Can you open from it? So you can.
Yes,
so
I
click.
have opened here, like from here. I downloaded that Tableau Public, and then
Okay. So
from here. Yes, sir.
click on. Why are there so many Tableau Public open? Close all the books. Just keep only one open. Close rest. Just keep one open. Only one open. Okay. Are we just having one sheet? Can you hover over your Tableau icon at the bottom so that I can see? Yeah, only one is okay. That's fine. Okay. Now, can you go to the data source sheet at the bottom? Yeah. And because our data is in Superstore, so you can click on Microsoft Excel option. These are different kind of files that you can click on. So click on Microsoft Excel and then browse to the location where a file is. Now, if you don't want to share your folder right now, you can stop sharing, because I know there could be some other content. So you can stop sharing and go to browse to that option, or if it is fine, you can just browse and go to that folder location, whatever is convenient for you.
Okay, sir. Just a minute. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can just.
I have some data, Excel data. So can
No. Use Superstore. You have Superstore data?
No, sir.
You don't have Superstore data? That's why you're not able to follow what we are doing, because but I told everybody to download it. What happened?
Sir, I have that Excel Superstore data, sir,
So that's what I'm asking for. Where is that?
on the desktop.
Oh, you go there. It's not there, I guess.
Sir, it's there. Cell referencing and
No. Superstore.
Not this.
yes, sir. This is training.
No, not this one. Superstore. I'm saying Superstore data.
No, sir.
So it will be in downloads. If she clicks on the downloads on the left side,
So number one reason why you're not following is you don't have the data, and this is the third class. So I think that speaks for itself.
Yes, sir. I'm not under.
अरे भाई, when you don't have the data, how would you follow? अगर आप काम ही नहीं करोगे, कैसे करोगे बताओ? I cannot spoon feed you, right? You have to have at least the data with you. So download the data first. Do it right now.
Sir, where?
Parrot, can you send me a message? I'll send the data right away. Sir, I'll send it.
Don't worry, don't worry. Go to your My Documents folder. If you don't want to share your screen, it's fine, because I know there might be personal information also. So you can stop presenting and go to your My Documents. And do you see it? Let me show you something. Let me show you. So I'll take some time today. So because even if it leads to only 10% of learning, it's worthwhile, instead of me covering everything and you not following anything, right? So let's do it really slow. So I hope you can see my screen.
My fault, sir, but like I'm not understanding, so I'm not getting interest also.
Don't worry. So if I go to My Documents like this one, and if I go to My Tableau repository, right, then over here there is data sources over here, right? So My Document, My Tableau repository, data sources, and over here I have this folder. You just keep on going inside and you will see Superstore here. So do you have this, Parul, on your machine?
Sir, wait, sir, I got it. I'll open it, sir.
Okay, you can share your screen now.
Yes, someone shared in the WhatsApp, sir.
Okay. You can share your screen also.
I'm opening WhatsApp, sir. Just a minute.
Otherwise, Rahul, you have that data imported on your Tableau desktop or public?
Yes, I do.
Surbi, you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Gautam ji, आपका were you able to open it on your Tableau?
Sir, do you want me to share the screen?
Yes, sir. I have opened it and
Oh.
I'll share that if you want.
Okay. So Gautam ji, can you share your screen while Parul is setting it up? Parul, you follow what we are doing on Gautam ji's screen.
Sir, I got it, sir. Like,
Huh.
I'll open it here.
Okay. Because I want one participant to show so that there is a learning for the participants, and we are going at the pace of the participant actually.
Sir, I'm very much tech challenged and like.
Don't
what's
worry,
going-
don't worry. There's
so
always
much of data, yeah.
no worries, no worries. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Sir, I got it now.
Okay, you can start sharing your screen now.
My screen is not
Yeah,
visible.
yeah. No, because we stopped sharing your screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Just a minute. Yes, sir. Is it visible now?
Not yet. Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so okay, good. So now you close this Excel sheet, or you can just keep it open. Don't worry. Go to Tableau now, your Tableau Public, whatever it is, and because that file is Excel file, so we will connect to that file. Go to it. Don't open this one. Click on Tableau. Where is the Tableau desktop? The public or desktop application? Yeah, yeah.
Here it is.
So click on the left. You see connect to a file. Click on Microsoft Excel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then browse to that location. Go to that location where that file is. Okay, where is that?
Okay, just let me save that file, sir, once.
You haven't saved it. Okay, it would be in download, I guess. No?
Yes, sir. I'll save it on the desktop only.
Okay, okay, okay. Just save it. Okay, now open this file from here, from Tableau. Okay, don't open that Excel. Open, go to Tableau. Go to Tableau.
Yes.
Okay, now go to Tableau and open this file from here. Yes. Okay, the bottom one, double click it. Okay, open it. So it will import this. Now I need there are three sheets you see on the left side: orders, people, return. On the left side, yeah. So
Yes, sir.
these are the bottom three are connections. The above three are the actual data points. So the top orders, drag it. The top orders, no, above it, this one. So click this and drag it to the right. So it brings the data here, right? Now you go to sheet 1. Mhm. Now let's create a graph between sales for states. So you see there is a state.
Yes, sir.
So drag this state. If you're not able to locate it, then you can always search on the top, but now you located it. You can drag it to rows or columns, wherever you want to drag it. Drag it to, let's say, yes, like this. Now at the bottom there would be sales. Drag that sales to columns.
Sales.
Yeah. If it is not visible, scroll a bit down. Cancel. Scroll a bit down.
Okay, just a minute.
Yes, like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Sales in columns.
Yes.
Okay.
And now you get a bar chart, right? Now you can flip the axis. So if you see, so there is file, data, worksheet tab. Like there are different options.
Try with that, sir, flipping. Like,
Okay, do it this way. Otherwise you can flip like that also, and you can sort your sales. Can you, if you click on sales, the sales label at the bottom x-axis. Don't click there. Don't click like that.
yes.
Yeah, do you see? Yeah, click there and sort it. Close this one. Close this one. Don't worry. Close this one. Just hover over the sales, and you see a small icon that comes up next to, yes, click that. Yes. Is it sorted? Okay, perfect. Now I also want you to flip the axis using the icon on the top. So where there is column and rows,
This
no, just hear me out, hear me out. Where you see the columns and rows written on the top,
yes.
where you dragged your sums and yeah, above this there is a flip. Not this one. Don't click anything until I say. Okay, don't click anything.
Okay.
So do you see those icons, small icons that are made above this, slightly above it? More, yeah. Left, one left and two left, and one more. This one. Click on this.
Okay.
You got it? What happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you do Control Z?
Yes,
So you see what happens? Control. Oh, don't. Okay. So I'm trying to make you get used to this environment. So do Control Y now. Don't do anything on your own. Close it. Don't do anything on your own. Do what I'm saying. Okay. Do Control Y. Control Y. Again Control Y multiple times until you reach to that final. Keep on doing it. Yes, or more. Okay. Almost there. Yeah, that's fine. So you see, you can undo and redo things. That is one more thing. Okay. And I know you would be getting used to the environment now once we are doing together. And other guys, please also follow what we are doing together. You also see there is standard written on top. Standard. You see that on the top there is something as written as standard. Top middle of the screen. Where there was swipe option.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just try to check all the options. Click on each one of them. Fit width. You see fit width, fit height. Next one. And entire view. So once you explore all these, you will get to know how each one of this works. Also, can you click on show me on the right side? Show me.
Yes, sir.
Click on that. Yeah. Click again. So you see what's happening. So it shows you the options, and if you click again, it hides that option. Okay. Don't click anywhere. Don't click anywhere else. Click on what I'm saying only. Okay. Okay. Now we have this first sheet. You can rename this sheet 1. Double click on sheet 1. Yes. And since this is state-wise sales, let's call this sheet as state sale. So state dash sale. Okay, state sale is fine. It's fine. No worries. Perfect. Now we've got this first sheet. Okay. Now let's click anywhere. Click outside or press escape so that you Now right click on this sheet. State where you have written state sale. Right click on this and duplicate. Yes, good. And rename it as state, let's say discount or state quantity. State QTY. State dash QTY. QTY for quantity. Okay, perfect. Escape. Now, so what we have done is first sheet is for sale. This is for quantity. Now we already have sales because it's duplicate of the other sheet. We replace sales with quantity. So what you can do is quantity and put it over sales. Put it over sales. Yes. So it replaces it. So you see what is the benefit of using a duplicate? You don't have to do so many things. You just sort on quantity because it is not yet sorted. Sort on quantity. You know how to sort it now? Can you sort on quantity?
Yes, sir.
Please do that.
So now what we have to do?
Sort on quantity. The way you sorted on sales in the last sheet, go on quantity in the Y. No, don't do that. You see quantity on Y-axis, the quantity label.
Yes, sir.
Use that. Perfect. So now we have state and quantity. Can you add now a new sheet? So now don't duplicate a sheet. Use perfect, and name it as map. We'll create a map here. Okay, name it map. MAP map. And do only what I'm saying. Don't do anything on your own. Okay. Okay. Good. Map. Now, so let's create a map of different cities in the US with their sales figure. Okay. So you know there is a cities column. Can you locate that? If you're not able to locate, just type cities in the search on the top. CITY. Yeah. So that is there, city. Drag it to details. below color.
Okay.
Here, yes. Perfect. Now what happens is, since your city is a geographical measure, you see before city there is a globe, small globe icon, which means it is a geographical thing. It's a geographical measure or dimension. So that's why it will create a map. Now what I want you to do is, you close clear the filter where you have written city, CI. Just use the cross so that, can you get rid of the CI that you just typed in the search bar?
Sir, what?
Yes, get rid of that CI that you typed in the search tab.
Yes, sir.
You can use the cross also on the, okay, that's fine. Now what I want you to do is bring sales on size.
Sales.
On size, yes. Okay, perfect. Now can you hover over the map, because your map is not completely visible, so can you just yeah, it's not visible. Click on this below this negative sign, there is a pin. Okay,
Is
okay,
it okay, sir?
okay, fine. So now this data is for the US and we are not seeing any information here, which means there is something wrong with the settings. So can you click on map on top? There is file, data, worksheet, story analysis and map. Click on map above this on the top. Yes, and there is an option which says edit locations. Can you click on
Sir,
edit?
your voice, sir.
Is it not?
after map,
Click on edit locations.
added locations.
Okay, now over there the country region is India, so you make it for the time being you can make it USA. So instead of India, yes, and then search USA. Yeah, type America. AME. No. Let me just see how it is written. So I'm just checking it on my machine. Just give me a second. It would be USA only. So type USA. Type USA. US S A and click enter. Click enter. Nothing's happening.
United States के नाम से
Type United. Okay, United States, that's fine. Okay, so what happens here is now it will pick up your maps. Okay, that's good. Now
Country.
no, okay, just close the, no, it's again showing give me a second. What happened is, can you do it again? Map, edit location, countries, United States. Can you just get rid of everything from here once? You can see that cross on top. Can on the left of that swipe thing, where you have this swipe axis icon, to the left of it there is an icon which clears your screen. Yeah, that one. Left of the swipe button. Parul, where you use the icon to swap the axis, you can clean the sheet. I want you to clean this sheet. So where are you going? Put your cursor on top.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, left of it. Yeah, is your mouse? No, not the next to it. Yeah. Now go to map, and now try to edit locations. Okay. One second. You can also go to file before do this one thing. Maybe there is some setting issue on your. Go to file. Yeah, and then workbook locally. Yes, and make it English India. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now go to map. Edit.
Edit option
Okay.
is not
Okay.
available.
Now
Map.
yeah, now drag this thing cities to your, or maybe drag states first so that we have lesser data there. Drag states. So your Parul, just get rid of that SAL that you've written over there in the search bar. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Now use state actually, so that we have less burden. Use state and drag it to details. Okay. Now do that thing. Map, edit location. Edit locations. Okay. Now change it to United States. Yes. Yes. United States. Okay. And from field, in the from field, you country region, just use the drop down menu, and you can say this is okay, but there is no country column over here, so which means just click on fixed. Just click on fixed. Okay, we don't need the other one. Okay, yeah, okay, now okay, that's fine, it will work now. Perfect. Okay, so at times you need to save the settings. Okay, anyways, so now you got a map. Now what I want is drag sales to size.
Sales to size.
Yeah. One second, just hang in. I have to pick a call. Hello. Yeah. So now you see that your bubbles have changed or increased in size, right, based on sales. Higher the sales, you can also drag region to color. Let's see what happens. Drag region to colors. Region to colors, and you see you have central, east, south, west based on different colors. And in the map, if you see on the left side, there are some icons, right? There is plus, minus, and then there is a pin icon. Click on that pin. One second, guys. Yeah, click there. Click here, and just hang in there. Just hold on. Yeah. Now so what it does is it unpins your map. Okay, it unpins your map. Now okay, so we have got 3 sheets. I hope everybody has got done this. Can you confirm, please, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have one sheet for state and sale, one for state and quantity, and one for map with sales figure on it. Perfect. Now can you add a new dashboard? So that is a wrong icon. That adds a new sheet. Can you delete this sheet? Right click and delete that sheet 4. Yes. Adding a dashboard is the middle icon. There are 3 icons at the bottom. So you have to click the one you clicked. Click the one that is right to the one that you just clicked.
This one's the middle one?
Yeah. Okay. Now before we proceed further, I would request you to save this file first. Otherwise, in case something goes wrong, you might miss this data. So file, yeah, as, okay, whatever. Have you already saved this file before?
No, sir.
Wait. Give it a good name. Name it Superstore. Okay, Superstore, and maybe dash today's date, 20th March, so that you always name your files so that you can relate to them. Okay, perfect. Now I have told everyone that you have to follow this practice when you're doing a dashboard. First, where you see the size on the left side while it's saving, go back to it will save, don't worry. Go back to your Tableau. This is Tableau Public. Yeah, click there.
Yes.
Now in the size, use a drop down menu. Did you see that size option? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And click, there is range. Use the second drop down menu below it. just below it. No, above.
Yes, sir.
Or more on above. Do you see that? Yeah, this one. Yes. Click here and use automatic. So first you have to click automatic. Once you do automatic, everything will be it'll expand to the size of your screen. Now once it happens, again change automatic to use the drop down menu and change automatic to fixed. Perfect. So this is a standard procedure you have to do at least for the beginning while you're learning, right? Once you get used to it, then you will do it on your own. I know it.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, like why we are doing these all things? Look, what's the importance of that, and where can we use it in the healthcare? Like how to use that?
Okay. So you can think of it that right now we are learning the I'm giving you an answer. So we are learning the what do you say, the family of plants and animals, what you call that classification in class 6th, and then you will actually do the anatomy of the body once you do the MBBS, right? So right now what you're doing is we are learning the classification, and then once the time comes you will get to know how it can be used. So do what I'm saying, and then you will know and realize how it will be used in healthcare also. Okay, let's not jump there. Okay, now can you have if you see on the left where you clicked on fixed and automatic, there is just on the top of this section you will see layout and dashboard written. Okay,
Yes, sir.
can you click on dashboard? Yes, perfect. Now there are 3 sheets that are available: state sale, state quantity, and map. Just below it you can see this. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you can individually drag each sheet there. So you just drag it to the right side. So what I suggest is first drag maps, because that's how we will design it. Drag map to the right. Yes, and then drag state sale again. Yeah, this one to the right of the map. Yes, perfect. And drag state quantity below the map. So put it below the map. Yeah, perfect. So now this is the dashboard. Okay, this is a dashboard. Now click on any of the sheet. You have already clicked right now on state quantity, which is fine, but for rest of the guys, if click on any of the sheet, and the moment you click on that sheet, at the top right corner you will see some options coming up, right? So use the drop down menu. So yeah, right now you have stick to one sheet, so you have clicked on map. Okay, so in this map sheet, if you go to the top right, do you see that some options on the top right of this? Yeah,
Here, sir.
yeah. So yeah, and below this and one more, there's a drop down menu, right? Click on that drop down menu, and you see there's an option of filters. Can you go there?
Yes, sir.
And then put a filter on let's say state. Perfect. Okay, now on the right side you see state filter has come up. Do you see that on the right side where you have? Yes, this one. Perfect. Click anywhere on this, click here only, and again on the left side you see these option coming up.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Okay, so use the single value list. Click on single value list. Now try to click on any of the state in this single value list and see what's happening in the map, in the dashboard, sorry.
Okay, here
Right,
it's coming like
it's coming like that. But do you see that the other graphs are not changing?
Yes, sir.
So to make this filter applicable to other sheets also, again use the drop down menu on the filters. This one, yes.
Wait. Yes, sir.
And in the apply to worksheets option, do you see on the top apply to worksheets? Yes. you select the first option, all using related data source. So what will happen is, now this filter is applicable to all the, so now if you click on any of the state, click on any state, so you see that particular state becomes visible, and if you select all, click on all, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Understood?
Yes.
Now press Ctrl S, you will save this automatically. Press Ctrl S.
Control S.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Save.
Yes. Okay.
So because that file is already there, it will ask you to overwrite. Just do it. Yes. Okay. So this was very thanks Parul for sharing your screen.
Thanks for bearing with me.
No worries, no worries. But I hope now, are you confident? Are you able?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So if you practice a little bit more, you will be almost there. Okay, it will take some time. It will take its true time. One thing, my observation is, Parul, you have to be a little patient. Okay, so and it will be there. So just do it slowly. Great, but I appreciate you putting your time and effort for the class, and I think everybody would benefit from that.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Anybody has any doubts? Is everybody able to do at least reach to this level? At least?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now I'll share my screen. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So we created a dashboard right now with Parul, which we also did yesterday, and I hope most of you have got a hang of it. Now today I'll tell you a few more things about this dashboard, and we'll go to the next level of dashboarding. So like I said in the previous class, at the very bottom there are sheets. A collection of sheet is dashboard. A collection of dashboard and sheet is a storyline. For this module and for this course, we will cover only worksheets and dashboard. Storyline we'll do briefly. It is not much. I mean, if you understand dashboard, storyline would be easy. As we have seen, dragging different sheets into the dashboard creates your the dashboard view. Now how do you put it here? It's another ball game, right? So first of all, when you are creating a dashboard, let's create a new one. So I click on this icon to get a new dashboard. I can rename this dashboard as, let's say I say retail dashboard. So I'm saying DASHBD dashboard, and then like I said, always click on automatic first and then fixed. Why we do this is because it at this step accommodates the screen size, the size of dashboard as per your device, because somebody might be using a screen of different size, somebody else might be using of some other size. So this step adjusts as per your dimension. So mine is this many pixel by this many pixel, 1657 pixel by 861 pixel. So accordingly. Okay. Now if you are dragging something here on to the right, so for example I have different sheets here, and because I use this option, I am in the layout option. If I click on dashboard, I get the other, because this is layout and this is dashboard. Okay, so if you are clicking here, sorry, my bad, if you click here, this will hide your sheet, so you have to click somewhere else, right? Sorry, ignore this what I said about layout and dashboard. So if you click it like this, and if you have other options like this, so if I cannot see that sheet, right? So I have to click outside so that I can see the sheets here. Okay, now I have these sheets. Whatever sheets I create here are available for my dashboard. Now I can see there are multiple options here and multiple options here. So what are all these options? Okay, so first let's talk about the tiled and the floating options. So like I said, if I drag one sheet here, right? So let's say I'm dragging map. So the moment I drag it like this, it just fixes itself in a geometrical rectangle, right? I'll undo it, Control Z. Now this time I use floating. So I click on floating first. The one that I click is will have a dark background, like dark gray background. Tiled, floating. Right now my option is floating. Anything I'm dragging right now will be a floating thing. So what tiled and floating means is I'm dragging an object here. So whatever object I'm dragging becomes tiled and floating based on what I've selected here. So this time I've selected floating. Now if I use it like this, so this object becomes a floating object, which means you can float it anywhere. Floating, as the name suggests, it can float anywhere on the screen. So I can put, sorry, my mouse is, yeah, I can float it anywhere. But if I had, I'm doing a Control Z, if I had tiled and this time I use, so what will happen is I cannot float it anywhere, right? It will just be like fixed thing in this rectangle. Let's try it again. Floating, and the next sheet, which is sales, category sales. Now since I have clicked floating, now if I drag it, you see, I can drag it anywhere, even over the map. You can put it over the map also. I can put it here also. So floating, what it does is it gives you the flexibility to put the visualization anywhere on this screen. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is the map. Now because tile option gives you a more geometric view, like I can just fix it anywhere in a geometric way, in a rectangular or in a box fashion. So it is a default feature that you would want to have, right? But at times floating is also very useful. I'll tell you how. I know in this dashboard I have used a specific color code for different categories, and which has a legend over here. So what I can do is I can use this drop down menu, and since it is by default tiled object, I can change it by using this drop down menu here and change it to floating. The moment I make it floating, now it becomes detached from this area and it can float anywhere. And now I can put it anywhere as per my requirement, because this category color scheme is applicable to all sheets. Let's say I want to put it here, and then I can get rid of other things from here. I can even use this filter and make it floating. Now this filter is also floating. Maybe I want to keep it somewhere here. I'll just put it once I have got rid of the others, and then I can get rid of others like this. Okay. Now what happens is I can adjust these slightly. I have white space here. I can keep it here. You can always utilize the space. I can keep this filter maybe on the top here, somewhere here, right? Or maybe I can adjust it a bit. Sorry. So some shuffling can be done, definitely. Yeah. Now I have a lot of white space here. I know this space will not be used. Again, it depends on your design criteria, and I can use this white space to put my legend, and so this way I'm using the space very optimally, right? Oh, okay, perfect. Now I can use this filter and do some adjustment like this. So a very basic dashboard, and I have used floating and tiled objects. These are all tiled, these two are floating, right? So at times floating can be used to float your legend and filters. You can also use floating in your visualization. Let's say I use this chart and I make it floating, and I use this chart also and I make this also floating. Because both of these two charts have been made floating, now my map takes up all the space, and now I can put this visualization anywhere I want. Maybe there is some white space here, so I want to put it here. So one good way to use floating is, let's say this is a map, I can drag a blank object. You see this blank object here? I can use this blank object from here and put it here. So what blank does is it gives you a blank space, and now I can put my floating things over here on top of it. So floating at times helps you kind of put your map, your graphs in space which are crunch of space. So if you don't have enough space, you can use your floating objects and put it in places where you are cramped for space. Okay, so that is one use of floating objects. And then as and when you design your dashboards, you will find more use cases for your floating and tiled objects. Okay, so this was tiled and floating. Do you get that? Can you just, I hope you have experimented on your screen. It's pretty straightforward. You can just drag a sheet and just see how it works over here, right? Everybody's with me up till here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sir, how to get the white space that you created? I missed it.
Don't worry. So I'll just do it again for you. I'm getting rid of this. So if I get rid of this sheet from here, I still have it here. I can again drag it. Okay. So I have this map here, right? This is the entire map. Let me do it from the beginning. If I click here, this option on the top, it cleans the dashboard, right? So first I have this tile option. I drag this map over here, and then I want to put a blank space at the bottom, right? So this blank option over here, I can use this blank here.
Yes, sir.
And then I can drag over it. Okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so that was the blank and the tiled and the floating objects. Now next is the other objects that are available here. So I see a horizontal, a vertical, text, image, all these options. Pretty simple. Just hear me out and just follow along with me. So what is this horizontal and vertical? So let me explain it to you using this Excel sheet. So let's say there are let me recreate something for you so that I can explain it to you easily. Okay, so let's imagine this area which is yellow in color. This is your dashboard. Okay, this is your dashboard, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, rectangles over here. So these are 4, let's say, visualization. Now if I put my visualization one after the other like this, the one that I'm showing in light blue, so this is a horizontal, one and then the other. Whereas if I put it one over the other like this green one, so this is a vertical stack. So horizontal stack and a vertical stack. So same logic here. If I want to put one after the other, I use a horizontal arrangement, or otherwise I can use a vertical arrangement. Now what are these horizontal and vertical arrangement? Let's see. Let's not use any of this, and if I use a map here the way we are doing, and if I drag a chart here, you see I can put it to the right, put it to the bottom. Okay, that's fine. Now if I take another one, and now if I try to drag it, this other one, sorry, this one. So if I put it here, it comes to the right of the map, but if I put it slightly to the right, it comes to the right of both the map as well as this, right? This one. So how you drag it will have an implication where it is put. You can put it here, the multiple options to do it. Now what if I want to put it in a specific way? Like if I drag this horizontal object, this one, and put it here. Now what you see here is a horizontal container. If I close it, you still can drag your stuff here. You can still drag your sheets here, but if I drag this horizontal container here, you see this has now a border and this option on the top, which means this is a container. Now in this container, I can bring in a map, and if I bring another sheet into this container, mind you, so in this container it will come to the right of it. Again, if I bring another sheet, so the container is horizontal. Now if I've dragged some sheets inside this container and then click on any of the sheet in this container, use the drop down menu, and then if I say select container over here, you see this one, so it will select the entire container that has the sheets. And then if I use this one and make it floating, so what happens is, you see that floating container which has these three objects become available here. So at times you need container, I select container again, and I can just adjust it. So this way it gives a way to put your stuff in a specific arrangement. So this container, which is also, I mean, if you have done web designing, you would be able to relate it more. So these containers give you a way to put your sheets in a specific arrangement. Otherwise it would not be possible and not that easy. So let's say if I use a horizontal container here, right, and since I cannot make out which container, I mean whether this is a container or not, because it's all white, I can also go to layout here, and over here let me say in the background, let me fill it with some light color so that I know this is my container. Okay, this is one container. I've colored it just to show the container, and then I can also use a vertical option here, and I put a vertical over here, and this vertical one I'm again going to the background color, and this one I'm making a light blue. So gray one is horizontal, this is a vertical container. So now if I put a map here in my vertical container, okay, and I put the other sheets here, it will only stack to the right of it. Okay, so that is one way, and let me get rid of these, I don't need this. Okay, sorry, yeah, and then I can use the other sheets which are like this, and these can be because this is a vertical container, this will come one over the other, so like this. Okay, and I don't need this. So by default the accompanying legend and filter also get populated. You can get rid of them if you want, okay, depending on your design. So this is a vertical container and this is a horizontal container. Now why we need this? We might need this to arrange things in a specific way, which might not be very what you say, visible right now, but the moment you design your dashboard, you will need these also to design your dashboard. Okay, so I have discussed horizontal container, vertical container, blank. Next is text. Now as the name suggests, it gives you a text. Mostly you will use it to put some heading of the dashboard and few other labeling. So for example, if I take this text and drag it here, so mind you how you drag it, because if I drag and leave here, it will just come here or here. I need to put it as a title of this dashboard, so I use it at the top. With some adjustment you can drag it properly, and now I have dragged it and it says what you want to put here. So let's say I say this is a superstore and I want to put everything in caps, so I press caps lock on my screen, superstore dashboard. Okay, and I think let's say 20th of March 2022. Okay, now I can do some alignment, some adjustment. So centrally aligned, and I want to make it very large, so let's say font size is 36, and I want to use a color which is, let's say this dark gray, this one, and okay, so this is my title, and then I can just drag it to adjust it, right, like this. So this gives me a title, so you can use it this way, or you can use it, I can use a text here, and I can use it somewhere, let's say here, and I can give some instruction also. Click on map to see drill down, something like this, maybe some instruction for the user. So I can put some instructions here, right, in the text, but right now I don't want it, so I'm getting rid of it. One advice, a tip, I prefer not to use the title that comes from your sheet directly. These titles are coming directly from your sheet. You right click and hide title. right click and hide title, and instead use your own text box to add the title. So I can use a floating this time, and text I float it over here over the map, and then I say map state sales, let's say, and then I can, because it is floating, I can just adjust it here and there like this, something like this. Again, depends how you want to put it. So this is another use of the text field. Understood? Everybody is with me up till now? Horizontal, vertical, blank and text.
Understood, sir.
Good. Now next is image. So I am giving you a brief idea about all these things, right? There are multiple things you can do with it, but once you get a hang of it, like I always say, if you have all the weapon in your armory, you will know which one to fire when, right? So I'm giving you that power, the idea of the everything available to you, and then you can use it wisely in your various dashboard renditions. Okay, next is image. Now image can be used again in multiple ways. For example, this is superstore data, so I can use an image. I drag this image here. Right. I have clicked on floating right now. I need a tiled one, so I'm using tiled first and then drag the image. And let's say I want to put a image here, right? Generally your image could be something that represents your dashboard, or maybe for branding purpose. So I use my brand right now, so I'll put an image option here. Now I use this and then say edit image. Some error that has happened, so 1 second. Yeah, so now insert image, so I say choose, and this time I will use my so I have my logo here, so I'll use my logo here, and I like fitting and centering the images so that it looks well. Apply and OK. Now my logo is visible here. I can just adjust it a bit here. It has to do a lot with your aspect ratio and stuff. You will get used to it. Now I have my logo here, right? Okay, so one use case of image. Another could be you can drag any image. So let's take floating, and I drag an image here, and then again edit image, and then I'll choose an image, and then randomly I can pick any image from here, apply and OK. Maybe I want to put this image for some reason, right? So I can just use this image here, right? So again, why I'm using this image, it will depend on your design philosophy, what you're trying to do on the dashboard. So I generally like image for putting logos, and also if you want to use some design element to it. Okay, now one advice, whenever using some colors, so you have to design the theme accordingly. So see, this is black, this is white, is looking very kind of clunky, not a great shape. So what I can do is I can make this, just see what I'm doing, right? So this would be a good design exercise. Let's do it this way. I'll first use this container, use this top down menu, or you can also do like this. Click here, go on layout and background, and make it black. Now everything is black, right? Again, click here, go to background, make it black. Now everything is black, right? And there is some white line in between here. If you see this white line is here. Either I want to keep this white because this might be serving as a separator, otherwise this white is coming from here because there is some padding in between. Padding is like you intentionally keep a gap. So if I make everything 0 here, the padding 0, don't worry, you will learn this also once you are designing a dashboard, but I'm just trying to tell you a few concepts. Now if you see in presentation mode, that gap is gone, right? That gap is gone, but this superstore title is not visible clearly because it is. So what I can do is I can select this and make the font as white, and now my dashboard has this black band on the top, which still looks little better than what it was before. It gels well with the logo, And this is one takeaway I want to give you. Whenever using a dashboard for some specific company or organization, you would want to align with the theme of that logo, and this is a good way to do it. And this is one example. There might be multiple ways to do it. So use colors wisely, and you can do wonderful stuff with that. So now I have this color background setup. I can so yeah, that was about image. Now next is web page. I generally don't use it, but you can always use a web page. For example, this is about United States sales superstore. So what I can do is I can use a tiled web page here, or let's say I want to put the page here, and the URL is, let's say I want to let's say .claymetrics.com. so my website page will be visible here, okay, like this, and then I can browse through it, okay, over here. I can scroll over here. I can even so generally what people do is they use some links over here. Let me just bring in something interesting. Okay, so for example, if I go to a web page, one second, yeah, I go to a web page, yeah, and then let's say I do a Google on USA on Wikipedia, okay, and I find something interesting about different states in USA. Maybe not related because it's a retail dashboard, but just for demo purpose, let's say this gives me a good idea about the United States, and basically the geographical profile of US. So I take that URL, and instead of my Claymetrics URL, I am editing the URL and putting the Wikipedia link, and now it will refresh with that Wikipedia link, and I have the information about United States over here, right? So like this. So at times you might want to bring in a link here so that a user can use this. Maybe you want to keep it here so that you get a full idea about this page, so that's fine. So you have the full-blown Wikipedia page here embedded in your dashboard, which is pretty interesting stuff actually, but be careful what you are embedding, because there might be some proprietary issues. So if there's a copyright issue, you have to quote the source. I'm quoting the source here, so be cautious about what you are embedding. You should have permission to embed it. Okay, that was web page. Then next is navigation. So navigation is like, okay, so I have one dashboard here. Let's say this dashboard talks about something. Let's say it talks about furnitures, and this dashboard, let's say it talks about some overall dashboard of this problem statement. So what I can do is I can add a navigation. I'm using a floating right now, and put a navigation button here, and then this button, if I click this button, it will help me navigate between different dashboards or sheets. So if I use this edit button, so it will say navigate to. So I want to navigate to, right now I'm in retail dashboard, I want to navigate to dashboard 2 once I click this button, and I can do some formatting also over here, right? So for example, I can change the background color and all this thing, and tooltip also. So let's say I say click this. Tooltip is like a help. Click this to go to other dashboard, for example. Okay, apply, and then okay. Now if I hover over this in a presentation mode, so it will give me right now it's not good. Yeah, see, click this to go to other dashboard. It's giving me a hint, and if I click this, it takes me to the other dashboard. So I can go from this dashboard to this dashboard. But how do I go back? Either I have to click here, or what I can do is, I know that this clicking this takes me to this dashboard, so I add another navigation button, right? Sorry. In the other dashboard, I add the navigation button here, and this one, this time what I do is navigate to the other dashboard. So basically I am getting two different navigation buttons, one in dashboard 2 and one in detail dashboard. So now I have a way to hop to and fro from this dashboard. So dashboard 1, this one, navigate to dashboard 2, go here, go back. So like in website, you can go back and forth between sheets and the user can just see. So for example, some insight is required from this and he or she wants to check something else in the other dashboard, go here, check, go back to the dashboard. So it gives you a way to hop between. It has added recently, actually recently means in recent years, and this is a very good feature to navigate between dashboards. And rest I think you can skip because they're not required as of now. If you want, you can and then this show title, dashboard title, if you click, it will give the title based on either the name of the sheet, or you can just click on it and name it on your own. But I prefer not to use the dashboard title and create my own title like this, the way I've created. So this way you can create your own titles. Okay, so this was about this objects section and tiles and floating option in the dashboard. And then sheets are here, their size available here, just forget about the size for the time being, just follow what I've said, automatic and fixed. Okay, now any questions? Are you able to do?
Yeah, Madhu, this navigation is something akin to what you have, that hyperlinks and forward link and backward link in PowerPoint, right?
Yes, yes, it's something like that. It's just like a hyperlink.
But it is little bit more advanced, I would say.
Yeah, so yeah, you can link it to what you say, different dashboard sheets, and you can see this is actually a button. Actually, it's a clickable button. And let me just show you what all options exist here. So you can navigate to and from, right, like this, and you can add these other formatting options. There is another way, let me just okay, that's fine, so yeah, that's all. So navigate between different objects.
Does it only show navigation on top? You can modify
yeah, so yeah, yes, so you can like edit. Very interesting point. So for example, you have to make the user very specific so that user does not get confused. So I go here and right now so navigate to dashboard 2, text button, you can even put an image instead of button, you can put an image, then you can say title, let me say so whatever you write here in the title, by default it will be navigation, but whatever you write here, so let's say I say go to dashboard db2, dashboard 2, apply. So okay, and now over here also I can use go to retail dashboard. So this way it becomes intuitive, very clearly mentions what it does. So yeah, you're correct, you can change that text over it. Okay,
and is there a facility to hide it also, just in case?
So hide in the sense,
some people create like if I create a PowerPoint presentation, I don't want unnecessary things to attract
right.
So what I do is I keep it transparent. I only know where the click button is. So in case if I want to refer to a detailed data, I go to that point and I click it and it takes me to that page and then I refer.
Okay, so
doing a presentation.
yeah, so basically what you can do is you can follow the design principle of like you do it in a website. So maybe you can just add a horizontal object here. So I just make it tiled, a horizontal object here like this. I'm just one way to do it. I'm not saying this is the perfect way, but this is one of the way you can do it. What I generally do, and this is not exactly what you're referring to, but still I make it from floating, uncheck it, so it becomes tiled. Now it becomes a button over here. This way I can add multiple navigation buttons here, right, like this. So what it does is it gives you a lot of buttons here, so you know which button will, and it is a different section here, so it is not obstructing your view over here. So this is what you can do, but yeah,
it gives you a better structure.
Better structure.
As, it gives more
Yes.
thing because it doesn't get cluttered.
Yeah, doesn't get cluttered. And to automatically hide it, like maybe there's something like you put your cursor here and then button becomes visible. That is possible to do, but that needs a little bit of advanced development knowledge, right? But I think this one is good enough. Generally you add some tabs on the top so that you know how to navigate. Also you can have an option to click on a map or something here which takes you to the dashboard. That also is possible. But again,
Suppose you go to one of the larger data or these
yes,
circles there and you click it, if provided there is a navigation, it will take you exactly to that data.
yes,
of that particular
yes, you can do that. Needs a little bit of skilled little extra skills in your you need advanced Tableau skills to do that, but yes, definitely doable, possible. Okay, now
Thank you.
no problems. Okay, now we have covered this section to the left, this side, and then there is layout. Now in layout, if you see, dashboarding is all about number one, what content you're creating, your graphs and all, right? But once you have done everything, how you position each thing here, how you structure it, how you structure look and feel, that is very important. So for example, let's say this navigation button, this one, sorry, I make it floating. Let's say I want to put it somewhere here, right? For some reason, I cannot come with a good reason, but let's say you want to put it here. Now the moment you put it here, you see how these positions change here. You see this? So this is basically telling you where in an X and Y plot it comes. So let's say I want to put it somewhere at 50. So 50 is here, right? So my X axis is here. If I want to put it at 0, so it becomes it comes at extreme left, right? So it just comes to the extreme left. Or if I want to make it to the right, so because I know my screen is 1657 pixel wide, so it goes here. So still a little bit there, so maybe I can make it little less, 1500, let's say 1500, like this. So you can manually change this, maybe why I want to make 0, so over here, right? So you can adjust it accordingly. So in case you don't want to drag and drop like this, if you have created some kind of document in your mind or on a pen and paper, that the size of this dashboard, what is the width and height of this top bar, so you can accordingly plan your location, and then you can put these values manually here. So this is also a good way, and you can also adjust the width. You see how the width is changing. So if I make the width less, let's say 50, it becomes really small, right? Or I can make it 150, right? Similarly, height, you can make it large or you can make it small. Okay. Next, border. So border is very simple. You can add a border to it. So I'm added a white border to it. So maybe I want to highlight it for some reason, for design and all. So it gives an border to it. Background, like to give a background to it. So like this, border, background. Now because my layout is black, that's why it's not changing the background. Otherwise, if I change the layout color, then it will change. Don't worry about it. I can even make the background transparent or slightly transparent, right? So for example, if I bring it here, right, and if I make it less transparent, so like this, and if I'm able to remove the background color, well, let me see where it is that. Somewhere in the, nevertheless, so if I get rid of this gray color, this will be transparent actually. I'll not able to locate that right now. Anyways, so these are the options in layout, just for what do you say, your designing purpose, formatting purpose. And lastly, this padding I just showed you. So these are the padding, like to the left of it, top of it, right of it, bottom of it. So if I check all side equal, so it will give an equal padding, let's say 4 pixels. So it will give a padding of 4 pixels around it. So you see there is a white border to it because there's a padding to it. And if I change the padding to 0, because all sides are equal, all will change to 0. so it gets rid of that padding on the exterior of it. Similarly, inner padding and outer padding, so you can experiment with this padding, how it gives a padding on to the border area. Okay, so that was more about the dashboarding, and you can use this presentation mode to bring it to a presentation mode. So this button over here, like you have in PPT, click here and it takes you to a presentation mode. Okay, so I think this is more or less about dashboard, elementary level dashboarding, and once you get a hang of it, it will make you it will help you create a lot of wonderful dashboards. Okay, next topic which I'm not going to cover right now would be the action filters in dashboard, which is very, very important and very interesting, which are actually here, dashboard and actions. So I'll explain it to you in the next class. I don't want you to burden with yourself with some extra information. If you follow this, revise it using the recorded video, it would be good enough for this week. Let's also just quickly check what all options we have here in the dashboard. So there is device layout, so which all device you want to put it in. Show grid is, it will show some grids, I don't want it. Format, clear, show title, actions, action is what we'll cover, and rest you will not need. Let me just see if I've missed anything else. No, I think that's good, we are good to go. Okay, yeah. Finally, because we are doing dashboard, one piece of advice: if you are in a sheet like this one, right? So there are multiple sheets here. If you click on any sheet, you can use this drop down menu and you can go to that sheet from here, right? Because imagine if there are 50 sheets, you will be spending a lot of time figuring out where that sheet is. So what you can do is click on this, whichever sheet you want to explore, use this drop down menu and go to sheet. So it will automatically take you to that sheet. And dashboard, you will always have to know the name of the dashboard. So it's easier to locate the dashboard than the sheet. So you can use this option to go to a sheet. Another thing is, sorry, so go to sheet. You can even remove it from a dashboard, so it gets away, removed from this dashboard, or you can just cross it out or take it out. Also, what you can do is you can click on a dashboard, right click and hide all sheets. So what happens is, whatever sheets are available or linked to this dashboard are hidden. Rest of the sheets are your sheets which are not linked to the dashboard. Now what happens is, once you're creating a dashboard, a lot of sheets are like rough work, and while you do this task and finally give shape to your dashboard, you come up with lot of unnecessary sheets that are not required. So but you're not able to locate which sheet is good sheet, which sheet is not a good sheet, which means which sheet is required, which is not required, like in this case. Now how do you know which all sheets are required, which are not required? There's these sheets and this sheets. So to differentiate between the sheets that are used in the dashboard, click on the dashboard, right click and hide sheets. So what it will do is, it will hide sheets that are required in this dashboard. Similarly, I do right click and hide sheets, one second, hide sheets for this dashboard, and then whatever is left is junk sheet. So you can get rid of those sheets. You can just delete these sheets like this, right, like this, and you only have the dashboard. Rest of the sheets are not required, so delete them, because the sheets required for the dashboard are already there. And now if I publish it, if I say Control S to publish it to my Tableau Public profile, since I'm not logged in, it will not show me my name here, but I just logging in again. So what will happen is, once I publish it, my sheets that I've hidden, now they will not be visible to me, so which gives it a better shape and makes it clutter free, because otherwise there's a lot of sheets there and it is full of clutter, right? So like this one, sorry, I was showing the editing option here. Let it publish, just hang in. Yeah, so now since I have removed the unnecessary sheets and made it clutter free. So only my dashboard will be visible here, and I will not see the other sheets over here. So which makes it, because the user will unnecessarily dabble with other things and get confused. It's taking some time because it's a heavy file now. Yeah, so this gets published and I don't see the other sheets over here. Generally they're available over here at the bottom. Also, once you are logged in, always, I mean, I think I should have told you before also, nevertheless, if you go to this edit option, let me just see. Okay, so they have given this button recently, I didn't realize it. So this option shows you the sheets here, okay, whatever sheets are there. Okay, you see this allow access option. So I'll just repeat. On the settings over here on top, if you click here, there is show viz in profile, show sheets, and allow access. So if you uncheck it, what will happen is it will not be downloadable, because if I click this one, download it, any user can download this file, but if I uncheck it, then that download option goes off. So then I will not be able to download the workbook. Okay, so always, if you don't want others to download, just uncheck this access. Okay, so you can edit this access over here. Yeah, I think that's and over here this is a shareable link. I can get a link from here, or this is an embed code. So when I click on shareable link, sorry, that went off. So if I use this link, the second one, it gives me a link which I can share with you right now, and you can open this dashboard on your system also. Like I can copy this link. I think I did this before also, and if I share this link with you on the chat, you can actually open this link and see the same dashboard. I put it in the chat. The other one is, if I click on share button and I see this embed code, this embed code actually looks like this. Oh, it will be better to show on a Word document actually, because in Notepad it will not be visible. Looks like this in Notepad, like this, right? So let me just put it in the Word doc so that you can see it in its length and breadth. So if I use the embed code, it will give me a pre-cooked code which you can use to embed it in a website. So if you have your own website, you can just use this embed code, tweak it a bit here and there, which is very easy, and it is like ready to be fed into a website kind of thing. So if this code looks like this, it's like an HTML code, pre-cooked code. This is the code, embed code for your website, for your dashboard, which comes from here. If you copy this one, you just have to copy this, and website developer only need this. So if you are working with some company and they want to use this dashboard to be published on the website, you just need to share this code with the web team. They will take care of the rest. Okay, if time permits, I'll show you how to embed on website using my website. Okay, so this was the embed code, and this is the full screen option, so you can use the full screen in Tableau Public. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Any doubts? I still have 3-4 minutes left. If anybody has any doubt, I can take it up. Otherwise,
sir, one thing, sir. Sir, can I share my screen, sir? I just wanted to ask you.
Sure. So I'm yeah, no worries. Take your time. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
It's coming up. Yes, tell me.
Yes. So when I'm taking the data, no, sir, like when I'm going to this, like the data, I'm not able to add the data on the new sheet, sir. That customer data.
Okay. So the thing is, in your current Tableau file that you have opened, you have imported. Can you go to the data source tab? Bottom, where you have add sheet option, data source. So you have added Superstore, but you have not brought the orders sheet or the data to the right side. You have to bring it. So drag the orders. Where is the order sheet? Above it, top 3. This one, yeah. So use the top one, don't use the other one. Do a Control Z. Yeah, use the top one. Click somewhere else. Yeah, drag it to the right or double click it, whatever you want to do. So now your orders data, don't do it twice, you have done it twice. Control Z. Yeah, this is your data, right? Here's what you see. Now you have to create multiple sheets. So like sheet 1, like go to sheet 1. Now you have to create a graph. So like we did create a graph for state and sales. And then once you create this sheet, then only that will be available in your dashboard.
So one query.
Yeah, Gautam ji.
Sir, if you go to that, it is written use interpreter this thing data.
Yeah.
If we click on that then also we don't need to,
So yeah, so actually I want that options to be used when you're really sure, right? Because it might behave in a way which you don't want it to behave. So what it does is it actually sniffs your data, it smells your data like a sniffer dog and then it does something automatically which 99% of time would be correct. For example, let's think of a case where you have an Excel sheet where the top row is blank, or it has some heading and the headers actually start from second or third row. So if you use data interpreter, it will automatically pick the headers from the second or third row. Otherwise the default way systems are set is the first row is always the header, but in case your header is somewhere down, then data interpreter works. So, and if your columns are merged together in Excel sheet, that also helps. So data interpreter kind of interprets the data the way it should be by Tableau automatically, but the behavior might be abrupt at times. So that's why I want you guys to use it only once you're really confident about using it. Okay. Now Parul, if you go to your add a dashboard, click on add a dashboard. And then do the thing I told you, automatic, and then you can drag. Your sheets are available there, so you can drag it. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, if I go to the map, like float sheet, first I have to add the sheet here, no?
Yeah, drag it to the right. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And then I can see the navigation.
No, so yeah. So you have to just practice. See the video recording and practice it. You will get to know how to do it. Okay. Right now you have a floating, so that's why your graph is very small. Also, you need to change the size from what is written there first to automatic and then to fixed. Then it will take the entire screen. So please practice it. Only practice will help you get a hang of it. And then we will meet in the next class, which is next Saturday. But what I will suggest is all of you please keep on doing a dashboard and keep your Excel dashboard ready by this Saturday, because maybe this Saturday or Sunday maybe Sunday we will do that Excel dashboard thing together, so that you can get your dashboards ready. And if you have done them, do share them with me on.
So in dashboard, what we have to do, like all the vertical and everything what you have shown us, that you have to do.
So I'm two things. One, I'm talking about practicing Tableau dashboard, which we discussed right now. So whatever is there in the recording in today's video, you do practice that. That is for your own learning. If you don't do it, nobody is going to tell you anything else. But if you want to learn, you have to practice it. Second thing I'm talking about is the Excel dashboard, because we have done Excel in the first module, the first course. So you were supposed to do a dashboard. If you have done your dashboard, which was to be done in a group, but the way we are doing it right now is we are doing it in groups, but everybody is doing it on their own, and I'll take individual dashboard as a group dashboard, right? Just so that we don't have too many dashboards. And you have to share your Excel dashboard over here, support@claymetrics.com, so that I can help you improve upon your dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
and then we will publish it on your profile. So this dashboard, we will do another dashboard on Tableau Public, which we can use the direct online link, and people who are doing Python coding with me will deploy your dashboard, your work on some online portfolio, and then you'll have 3 projects if you have enrolled for the Python. Otherwise, there are 2 projects that you have to do. So please share your Excel dashboards for Excel dashboard, not for Tableau. Tableau, I'm not asking anything. So for Excel dashboard, please share your Excel dashboards here, and then we will work upon it. Okay.
So I'll need some guidance regarding the dashboard. Maybe the next class someday teaches.
So that's what I'm saying. Once you do Excel dashboard, whatever way you have understood, whatever you've done in Excel, once you share it with me, then only I'll be able to give you guidance. आप share नहीं करोगे मैं guidance कहाँ से दूँगा आपको बताओ. So that's what I'm saying. Share it with me, then I'll discuss these dashboards with you. Maybe I can give you some tips and tricks here and there. You rejig it, redo it, and then come up with an enhanced version of it. It might not be perfect, but it would be something better than what you have done, and then you can use it to put up on your profile if you want. Or maybe you can keep on improving it with time and maybe put it up on your profile once you feel like, because your profile will be available to you online for lifetime as long as the website is running. You will have access to your profile, so you can use that link and showcase it to the world that I have done this work. Okay. So
So
yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
The Excel dashboard, Tableau dashboard. Excel is more like Excel dashboard is like more obsolete these days. I mean, no one is using it. Excel dashboard.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. To quench your doubt, investment banking. You know investment banking?
I've heard about it.
So investment banking was and still is to an extent one of the most highly, advanced jobs, or you can say one of the most highly paying jobs, right? You have people from the Ivy Leagues and all. I have worked for an European investment bank for the index products, and imagine what they were using for the data management and for their dashboarding and stuff. It was VBA and Excel, and I have noted a lot of investment banks still use Excel. Actually, a lot of other organizations use Excel because it is handy, it is very omnipresent, and there's a legacy system. People have been using it for ages, so they don't want to switch from Excel to some other platform. So if somebody has any doubt that Excel is not that good and we should do something else, please get rid of that doubt. Excel is equally well in vogue. Everybody uses it. It's just that which ecosystem you are in, which will be needing some other platform. For example, if you have lakhs and lakhs of Excel files, you might want to move to Python. But if you have lakhs of Excel file, but you have lakhs of employees also, maybe you stick to Excel only. So it depends on the use case. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I'll say.
Yes.
Both are equally important.
Yes.
Okay guys, I think that's all we have for today. I'll shortly upload the video. I think yesterday's video, I'll have to tweak it a bit because I was not liking the way it has been put up because there were a lot of discussions going on. So maybe I'll create a new video otherwise, but I'll have both of them today. This one right away, and yesterday's maybe in some time. Okay then, bye for now and keep practicing.
But inside is okay, sir. I mean, we can just fast forward it and see.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Actually, there was some personal information that also came in there, so I want to avoid that. So I have to tweak it a bit. Okay, chalo.
Yeah.
Take care. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll meet next Saturday. Bye bye.